Hey everybody, Rodman here. It has been a while since I picked up Echo Wolf Tribe. It has been almost a full month, so I just want to recap sort of what was going on. We just recently got back from some raids. Everything has been stable. Population has boomed, in fact, if you look at the population that we have here. I have quite a few additional members than I had before. Which is going to allow for raiding and things. We are heading into a winter with a bit of a food shortage, which is a bit worrisome. But apart from that, you know, smooth sailing, I'd have to say. We had a pretty long stretch of no raids on last stream. Last stream only lasted about an hour, but that allowed us to get quite a lot of work done, in fact. So here we are, and I'm certainly going to have to do some hunting. So before I take too long, I'm going to queue up some hunt for animals that are not going to maul me to death when I hunt them. They might maul me, but not to death. I don't think there's very many animals that close to the base. Now, pretty much all the grizzly bears on the map, I've decided just to tame them, rather than to try to deal with hunting them. Just turn them to my side and turn them into war bears. War bears should be pretty useful, I think, especially if I have some additional raids. I have a lot of dead mechs here. Jesus. So we've stocked up on wood. Unfortunately, that means I have to haul it. I guess I'll give the priority for some of my people to actually haul that stuff back. Now, another problem we have is, alright, so we have a bit of a food shortage like I mentioned, but we don't have a lot of vegetables. We have a pretty limited supply, so I'm going to do what I can to try to get as much pemmican cooked up, but the worry here is with my increased population, not being able to feed them during the winter might be a bit problematic. We will see. Also looks like I have some torches that have burned out. That could be remedied pretty easily, though. Getting stockpiled of muffalo will certainly be helpful here. Feed a village with a muffalo. Well, not quite, but close. Now, I have a lot of people prioritized on cooking right now, which means some food poisoning. That's probably somewhat avoidable. I'm going to take anyone that's 6 or lower off of cooking, but that still means I can run the possibility of food poisoning. Not ideal, but given that I have a bit of a food shortage, there's little else that I can do to ensure a steady food supply. Let's take a look at these work priorities. I have a lot of people on hauling. Oh, Ibex Ram, self-tamed. That's cool. Slaughter. Now, I don't know when it happened. Hey, look. A rat and a rabbit sleeping together. But the world kind of repopulated with a lot of dangerous carnivores. I just noticed. I've been looking around. There's a lot of wolves and wargs, and I've tamed a lot of the grizzly bears, but wolves and wargs out there that weren't there presumably before. Now, granted, I haven't played this in almost a month, so I could just be remembering incorrectly, but I do recall regularly checking my surroundings to make sure that there aren't dangerous carnivores that were going to kill my people, because I ran into that, obviously. I lost quite a few people to the carnivores. So I have a lot of stones here. I have a lot of limestone blocks. Let's make a grand statue out of limestone. I'm not really using limestone for construction. I'm using only granite because it's the strongest building material. Marble for the temple, but really no limestone to speak of. Oh, some of my allies passing by. I'm gonna let these campfires out here kind of burn themselves out. If they want to refuel it, that's fine. But I'm not going to go out of my way to keep them going. Oh, some of that food poisoning is catching up with my people. Oh, Manhunter pack. Alright. Oh, Jesus. That is a Manhunter swarm. Alright. Well, before I continue, let's look at home. Alright. I'm going to restrict all my people to home initially. I'm going to make sure I don't have anyone... Dolly. Who's that? Oh, you're just a panther. I think everyone is in base right now, or close enough to be in base. Let's restrict the animals to the refuge. That way they don't become victims of this warg attack. Now, some of the wargs are going to be taken out from the traps, but I suspect I'm going to have to fight the bulk of them. So I'm just going to get... I'm preparing a little early. Oh no, and a local rat? Well, okay. I'm going to prepare a little early here. Animals. Let's not have you stand around for combat. There's not going to be a lot of combat for them to partake in. Ramen in here will, I guess, wait at the end. Now, I think I have enough triplicate doors here that I think I should... Oh, yep, they're fleeing. Well, they can try to flee, but they became unfortunate victims. Alright, I'm going to slow it down a little bit. I'm going to spread my people out a little bit so there's no accidental friendly fire, which can happen. Now, if I needed meat, clearly I will not have a meat shortage now. I don't know how gamey wargs are. Maybe they don't make for good food. Oh, got my first friendly fire. Took an arrow to the back of the arm. Okay. Alright, Dan. I don't think any of them are going to get through my maze of hell, but it's a possibility, which is why I have Ramen just kind of waiting there. But I'll just have Ramen do some medic stuff here. He's not that bad at medicine. What a lovely way to kick off the start of the episode is with several dozen wargs trying to eat my face. Alright, there's only 2 left. I believe that's the last one. I'm not going to bother trying to save any of them, either. Cruel, sure, but... Oh, I am lacking... I didn't see that before. Lacking some walls there. Fix that up. Alright, so that went pretty well. I had 1 friendly fire event. That was it. That's, really can't complain about that result, especially given the fact that I needed meat. Now I have lots of it. I'm going to break down this dumping stockpile so that the slag can be replenished where it was destroyed. It's crazy how much of this slag breaks every fight, just from bows. You know, it's... It is a lot. Alright, so you are on your feet with no permanent injuries, Faye. There'll be a lot of traps to rearm, obviously. That's alright. It's better rearming traps than having to melee wargs to death. Yeah, I wish it would tell me how many wargs I just killed. It was quite a few. But also, that means I'm going to temporarily take everyone off of hunting. I really don't need any more additional sources of meat at the moment. I'm going to be in over my head with rotten warg meat in short order. Maybe given that, oh, I guess they're refueling on their own. Given that I'm going to have so much meat to turn into pemmican, yeah, I'll keep those fires going. That was weird. Why'd you dump it there? I have no idea. Alright, so I have an idle colonist, or tribe member, who... Are you my artist? Dan is my artist. What are you good at? What do you even do? You drink. You're an alcoholic. Oh, alright. Goody. Goody is idle because Goody doesn't holler clean. Well, I guess I'll put Goody on handling. Has a burning passion for handling. Not particularly good at it, but whatever. If you can train a grizzly bear, power to you. Chem fuel. Alright. I'm gonna disallow it. Certainly don't need it. Interesting. So some of the wargs decided to take the northern route and got themselves annihilated by the traps up here. Man, they really, I killed like half of them via traps. It's gonna be a lot of rearming though. But yeah, I'm a little surprised at how many of them just decided to romp through traps. They didn't even need to pass through, honestly. They had to pass through here and here. Why not up there? And that got, what, 4, I think? It was 4, but I moved one of the bodies. So I believe I said no raw resources here in last episode. But I think I'm going to also say no textiles. It's going to result in a lot of hauling. But that way, the raw resources and textiles will be up here in the lower priority storage. And this will only be high priority storage. Stuff that I wouldn't want stolen. Because it's in the center of the base, it's going to be the easiest to defend. Oh, yeah, okay. Good luck, Fox. Also, that makes me realize I need to let them all go. They're all locked up. I mean, I guess that's fine to be locked up with, you know, a area full of dough. They're certainly not going to starve there, but you know, I'll let them free roam again. Also put the haulers on unrestricted so they can haul for me. This grizzly can haul too, so I'll have him unrestricted as well. I don't know if it would ever be possible to... Well, I guess there were circus bears, right? Maybe they're trainable. What do I know? I'm not a bear trainer. Alright, so we have a decent stockpile of pemmican, but we are lacking vegetables. Some of these are getting pretty close to being harvestable, but I suspect, given that it is the 13th of summer, it's going to be problematic to turn all this meat into, you know, something useful. Another thing I want to do is some additional raiding. So let's check where I am on those factions. So Forefathers, or whatever you want to call it, they're still neutral to me. They're about to be hostile, but Fatherstown I could raid. I probably won't raid going into winter because, well, let me double check. How fast do I travel this in the winter? Yeah, wintertime travel is going to be really slow, so I might wait until spring to raid Fatherstown. That way I won't be suffering such a long march. Now, one thing I do need on this colony is a source of additional steel. I made a lot of traps and things, and unless I get... I mean, there is some steel out in the field, I suppose, that I could scoop up. But I used a lot of steel making the traps, and there's still more traps that have yet to be made. But I think all of the surface steel has been harvested, I believe. I mean, I've looked over once before, but yeah, I don't think any additional steel is revealed. There's compacted machinery, but since I'm a tribe that doesn't use any machinery or electronics, I can do without that. Now, another thing I haven't really dug into is drug production. I unlocked the research for it, but I haven't really done anything with that. Mostly because I think it's hard enough just to make the vegetables for food. Trying to make drugs on top of it would be a little challenging. Hey, a raid. And it's a Sapper raid. Oh, that's not cool. I don't like Sapper raids. Okay, so do we have any... Who's sapping? The Molotov guy? Alright, so they're going to be running through this, I think. I had everyone restricted on home duty. I just unrestricted them. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. They're digging at granite wall, so either they're going to dig through here, or they're going to run through my trap. I'm not sure which. Oh, yeah, you bastard. Oh, sweet, yeah. Friendly fire. Okay, so there is someone with frag grenades. I didn't notice that before. They're doing pretty good about avoiding this trap here. Alright, so let's get animals back into the refuge. People armed and dangerous. I think what I'll do is I'll put them here. Take as many pot shots on Mr. Grenade asshole as I can, and then bring them back in as fast as I can. Because if I can kill these two grenadiers, the Molotov and the Fragger, it's going to be a lot easier to deal with them. So I already have their sniper lining up shots, so I'm going to pull some people back up here. Pull everyone else back inside. Come on, Nina, move it. I think that will keep them from initially sapping, just because I've engaged a little bit. Who got shot? Dan. Oh, Dan, you got shot. I think you're fine. A little bit of assault rifle, but... Alright, Ramadan, you don't need to be out there at all. But go this way. Phase new. Okay. I'm pretty sure I don't want animals running around setting themselves on fire. Who's a good doc? Dan? Oh, well, that won't work. Ramadan or Viho? Alright, so you are an LMGer. You just got wrecked. It's weird. They don't the AI kind of doesn't know what to do right now. As you can see, they're indecisive about their next course of action. And I'm going to capitalize on their inaction with my own action. Which reminds me, I do need a... I'm going to pause. This is kind of a weird thing to do. I need a toque for Faye. So Faye doesn't have one. Alright, let's pull back. Oof, Pi took a heavy hit. Oh, Pi is dead. Jesus. Good fire. That's a long-distance minigun shot there. Bye-bye, Pi. So, Pi, you were our researcher. I guess that's fine. Losing a researcher. Not fine, but not detrimental, I should say. I'm going to leave Viho behind. See what I can do about this Molotov-er. Oh, they're digging through. Construction, ash. I'll get them to stop for now. Viho got a little burned. As long as I can keep Haiku, or Haku, I guess is your name, from totally breaking through. Come on, Viho, back up. Their attempt at sort of burrowing their way is going to be pretty limited. Alright, who else is a good shooter here? Chili. I think I separated some out, so I might grab people here and send them down there to deal with them. Oh, because you're going to be throwing grenades at me in a sec. Yeah, that's annoying. Alright, I got Haku off of that. Had a little bit of an expense of getting shotgunned in the lung. Hopefully yeah, Haku's bleeding out, but not quite as fast as I'd like. They broke into that bedroom. I'm gonna take cover behind this, these chunks. Quit digging. Come on, it's a 5-on-1. Ooh, pods almost landed on them. That would have been funny. Faye's getting torn up a bit. I mean, they all are, to be honest. But I'm getting some of them down. I'm doing more damage than I'm taking at the moment. But now I'm going to pull them back for medical attention. Oh, Nina, you decided not to join. Get everyone inside. Don't go that way. That way's dumb. Alright, so the fires won't be spreading, which is good. I have a hole here that eventually I'll fill back in with granite. Nina and Amy. And Ash. Actually, Ash, I'll let you repair. Where is... Did I kill... Yes, I killed Frag Boy. And I think the Molotov is going to bleed out. I think they're using this as a breach point here, though. Maybe not. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I'm going to prepare as if they're using it for a breach point. I think. Ramanan, I'm gonna need you. So Nina, Ash, Amy. Well, that's just dumb. Alright, let's kill Lenny here. Guess what, Lenny? Spear, bitch! Alright, Lenny's dead. Oh, they're setting off traps. That's good. They're all going to be bleeding now. Strong work there. Gonna put this fire out and then try to shoot Haku, who I think is their last Sapper. Oh, yep, he's down. Down for the count. Duprez? That is a strange name. Kind of doing this hit and run thing. What are you doing? Oh, you're a little jerk. Alright, they are fleeing. I've done enough damage. They want no more fighting. Alright, so Pyromaniac, no, not recruiting you. What about you? Yeah, I could do that. Capture that. Brawler. See if I can't down anyone else for capture. Goal this run? There's no real clear goal. I guess long-term survival. You know, I'm not using any electricity. I'm tribal only, so I think eventually I'll get in over my head. I guess I could try to travel to the AI, but that's kind of a weird goal. Considering I'm a tribe, I wouldn't really have an AI friend. Oh, I don't think you're getting out, my friends. You're gonna die. Your name is Chris Head? Jesus. Your parents didn't love you, did they? Or else they wouldn't have named you Chris Head. Alright, animals. You are now unrestricted. Got some tattered apparel because I took shots. Which means I need shirt, pants. What about Goody? And shirt. That's too bad. A Devilstrand got messed up. Well, I lost one, but killed a dozen or so. Not my best work, but that, you know, that minigun shot, I would say it was a little lucky. Just a little. Huh. Yeah, Iridium. I guess it is a better name than Richard Head. I actually know someone named Richard Mann. Out in real life. Not a great name. No, on this run I am tribe only. I think it is in the description, but basically this is the only research I'm ever going to do here. I'm never going to touch electricity. So as you can see, every single one of my people are using bows. I'm not using you know, any other weapons for added challenge. I'm using tribal weapons only. Ooh, another dead person. Where to bury you? I suspect when I go attack Father's... What was it called? Father's... I'm probably going to suffer some more losses. Alright, so everyone's patched up. Only had one fatality. Honestly, it could have gone a lot worse, I suspect. I'm just about done going through my, yeah, as you can see, I have a lot of, sarcophagi here. I should probably, put them somewhere. in a crypt or a mausoleum, but whatever. I honor my dead by burying them. Where I bury them, that's not really up to them. Alright, so I have a little bit of tattered apparel. Do I have a tailor? I do. Chilly. But you're in bed, getting patched up. I'm going to kick you out of bed and put you to work. And my best constructor is Ash, I think. So let's get you on the marble sarcophagus. Alright, so I made the toque for Faye. I'm gonna get everyone out of bed. I think they're fine. One thing I need to do is clear out some corpses. Wow, Nina, you are slow. Why are you so slow? You're stoned and frail. Wait, I don't think you were ever frail. Ah, that's a new... That's something new. Alright, so let's bury Pie in there. Viho? Really? Wow. Okay. Viho's usually the last one to go, you know, wandering. I'm surprised by that. Amy, you're in the stream here. You're going to have the honors of burning a lot of corpses. Alright, so let's get going on that. It's probably enough. Give you a good bow. I think you had a normal one, so that's a bit of a bow upgrade for you. And once these corpses are cleared out, I'll fill it up with more corpses and do more burning. Alright, what is going on here? No, the home zone's correct. This is actually oddly working out. I'm just adding more fuel to the fire. But that means that I need to prioritize my hunt back up, because all of my food is now rotten. All of my meat, rather, not my vegetables. Vegetables, well, they just sort of disappear, they don't rot. And looks like they're just adding bodies. Yeah, I'm gonna wake you up. Let's have that be a proper bedroom. They're adding bodies almost fast enough for the fire not to go out, but I think that is over now. Yep. Alright, Amy, you're asleep, so Dahlia is gonna have the honors here. Probably enough. Yeah, it's a waste of warg skin, but I've got a lot of other leathers and fabrics and stuff. Plus, I'm growing Devilstrand. Ideally, I want everyone in Devilstrand. Oh, look at all this power armor and stuff down there, huh? Collapse due to extreme exhaustion. Well, I have a good idea. How about you don't wander around till you're collapsed due to extreme exhaustion? That should fix that. I don't know why my make wart wasn't queued. Maybe that burned or something? I don't recall. But let's get some beer again. I have a lot of beer, but the more the merrier. Yeah, this is not a unique way of disposing of the dead. A lot of veteran RimWorld players do it this way as well. But here's the thing: when you bury humans, in the save file they will still have their traits. They'll still have basically it's bearing a lot of data, so your save game file will bloat. So if you end up, I actually had to play through my Wood Warriors, which I had to end early because basically what happened was I was burying people like that, and the save game file bloated so much that it started crashing. The game basically ran itself out of memory. Not my computer, but the game. It's a known bug. So basically, if you have your save game file exceed around, I would say like 50 megabytes or so, give or take some megabytes, the game will basically stop running. So the problem with burying people is, you know, each additional pawn that has like a human pawn, you know, because human pawns have a lot of data. They've got their backstories, their traits, their skills, their health conditions, their social, you know, it's a lot of data. Each additional pawn will increase your save game file a little bit, and it will reach a tipping point where your save game file becomes unplayable, which is very unfortunate, and I wanted to avoid that. So, burning your dead is a good way of going about it. Amy, you're up again. Burning some dead. Quite a lot of dead, too. Some good throws there. Oh, where'd your bow? Oh, there's your bow. Additionally, when you burn something, it reduces the, shall I say, cost? If you look at my wealth, it's only ever increasing, which is dangerous, because each additional body is like armor and weapons and things like that. So the more I get rid of my cost overhead, the easier the raids are going to be. Now, I don't want the raids to be too easy, but you know, insanely difficult raids would be a problematic thing for me to face. Alright, so we're in the beginning of fall here, but the crops aren't going to die quite yet. I don't know if I'm going to get any Devilstrand off of this year's harvest. I highly doubt it, to be honest, which is a bummer. But what I could try to do is do a little bit of a trade run. It's kind of late in the season to do it, but the hell with it. So let's bring... Ooh, I don't know who's expendable. Probably Faye. I gotta figure out who doesn't have like a very important task. Nina? No, you're my cook. You're one of my cooks. I could probably bring Nina and Faye. Not Dahlia, not Dan, not Chili. Faye, sure. Ramanan? I could bring Ramanan as well. But I'm probably gonna want... No, I'll bring Ramanan, Nina, and Faye. That works. Alright, let's form caravan. Faye, Ramanan, Nina. We will bring... Well, we need food too, right? So, 800 food. It's a lot. Don't want to bring blocks, they weigh too much. Bring the cores. And I can go and trade with the traders. Bring the clothing. It's light. Easy to transport. Oh, and I have exceeded my weight. I could add another person. Who would it be? I'll add Ash. I want to keep the bow, though. Alright, that looks good. That's a lot of my excess stuff that's getting hauled away, which is nice. Guess camel hair too. Mortar shells, nutrimine. Okay, that's too much food. 7 days? No, actually, I'll max their food out. Alright. Interesting, Dan, that your colony ran fine at 62. Yeah, my WOAD fell apart at like 48. So maybe it's not a hard number. But I know that if you bloat your save game file too much, you'll run into a like memory cap exceeded type error. I don't exactly know what the error is, but you could probably look it up. And I ran into that error and then basically had to commit suicide with my WAD. So not to spoil anything, but that series doesn't end spectacularly like my Sea Ice one does, because I was just crashing constantly. Alright, so let's go trade with the tribals first. I'll get there in 4 days. That's good. And I did leave a lot of people home. I left 7 at home to guard. Did I? Yeah, I left Ash. Okay, so that means I don't have a very good constructor, I think. Yep. That's fine. Just have to keep an eye on it. That's a lot of new corn that I kind of forgot that I had, which is great. Which means I'm going to queue up some hunting so I can use that corn. So like I said, I'm headed into a winter here. So I'm going to want to stockpile as much as I can. Actually, now that I think about it, there's a lot of meat right here. As long as they don't gang up on me and try to ram me. Yeah, I guess it ended well. Eventually I'm going to... I think... I haven't done the math, but I think roughly that's going to be like episode 110 or so of WOAD. So we're not quite there yet. And I have a lot of editing to do because my game crashed so many times at the end there. But eventually that will be on the channel and aired. Should be interesting. What I'm really curious about is what the next alpha might have in store. I'm definitely excited about that. I'd also love to find some chickens. What biome do chickens even exist in? Boreal? I'd figure they'd be in forest. Oh, Amy and Dan. Hey Amy, guess what? You're getting married to Dan. Both of you are on channel right now. We will celebrate with, I don't know. There's not a lot of people around to celebrate at the moment, but that's alright. Is everyone, all the, except for Viho. Viho, don't be a sourpuss. You're the only, like, original tribal member. You kind of have to be there. Alright, that's everyone. These animals that haul are being really, really useful here. As you can see, they're bringing in on my dead. Oh, and I tamed a new Timberwolf. That's cool. Alpha beavers, that's fine. I don't really need wood. Alright, so does everyone get happy from weddings? Not Dolly's master. Oh, I can fix that. Dolly. No, I can't fix that. Well, Viho, if you want to be Dolly's master, you gotta start handling. I suppose you weren't married already, yeah. You were engaged. But now you two are going to be over the moon. It'll be easy to keep you two happy. Let's actually, speaking of happiness, let's check needs. So Dolly's master I'm trying to remedy. Can't fix anything there. Can't fix anything there. Not an Ernesto's master. Goody. Alright, so animals. Goody, goody, goody. Why am I blanking? I don't even see good. Oh, Ernesto. Okay, goody. You need more animal bond. But I already have you prioritized to do it, so I'm eventually fixing that. And yeah, everything else is just like slept in the cold. Whoa! Hot damn! Alright, Messina. You are a melee raider. Cyclically dull and brawler. Pretty good raider, I mean, not bad. Unfortunately, I think I just made off like a bandit with all of the possible melee weapons that we could have equipped you with. So that means, I gotta make you a weapon, don't I? Plasteel, or I don't have any plasteel, but I don't even know if I have enough for that, actually. Let me check. 200, yeah, I have just enough steel for it. Just barely. And that will be chilly once he wakes up. Let you wear clothes. Well, you are a nudist. Yeah. I could put clothes on you. It wouldn't make you too upset. But I guess I'm going to first need to clothe Messina here with a toucan duster. All that wood is just going to rot, isn't it? I have a lot of it stockpiled. I guess that's fine. The muffalo that were there, I probably should have tamed some of them for hauling purposes. I kind of just went and hunted them, which was probably not the smartest decision. What are you overdosing on? Oh, you need a shirt too. Alright, let's queue one up. Guess I should look at everyone. Make sure everyone's wearing what they need. So Dan, you need a shirt as well. Amy, you're naked. Goody, you also need a shirt. Everyone's shirts are screwed up. Presumably because they were getting shot. Their shirts look something like Luke Cage's hoodie when he's done getting shot at. Full of holes. Holes of pride, but holes nonetheless. Alright, so we got the toucan Messina. Now we're making some of these button-down shirts. I don't have a lot of fabric. I have enough fabric, I think. Maybe not for the duster, but for everything else, sure. Plus, we're hunting a bunch of stuff, right? So it's probably not going to be a long-term problem. Gonna look around, make sure there's no more wolves for me to tame. I am the Echo Wolf tribe, after all. I might as well tame as many as I can. Alright, so we have a decent amount of pemmican here, but I think we could have more, which is why I have cooking only prior to... Okay, Dan, I think you have to cook too. Messina, you as well. In fact, Messina, I need to give you proper priorities. For now... I think you'll be growing... and hauling. And cooking. You're a 3 cook, so you're a crap cook, but I need more cooks. Oh, author Messina? No, that's not going to work. How's my... I'm surprised the convoy hasn't been molested yet. Yes, clothes add some protection. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to keep you from, you know, the center of the fight. I won't have you tank, so to speak. Or maybe just have a set of clothing set aside for you so that you can throw it on during raids. Something like that. But I'm never going to remember to do that. Harvest failed. Alright. Well, I don't have wood yet, but these poplar trees should be a good harvest once I do. Chili, what are you working on? Making a longsword? Cool. And people are finally hauling. Got a huge stockpile of wood here. Wood and other stones. Speaking of which, Dan, you have not even close to finish that grand sculpture, have you? Well, the food production's going pretty well, even though a lot of it's going to be poisoned with food poisoning. It looks like an insane amount of pemmican, but for all the mouths I have to feed, it's not that much. Oh no, an eclipse. That's funny. I laugh at that because, you know, of course, eclipses mean nothing to a colony with no electricity. I have no idea why I'm doing this other than the fact that it's going to offer... let's make this granite. It's going to offer another buffer. So if they come through this wall, which is very unlikely, they usually go for the doors. At least they're not in immediately. Any animals got additionally trained? Not really. I do have another grizzly bear, though. That's cool. 3 grizzlies. Diversifying. For a while there, I had, like, what, like 15 panthers? It was kind of ridiculous. So now I have a good mix of animals. Panthers are not so useful. I do not suggest you having panthers. I mean, they're dangerous as hell. They're more dangerous than wolves, but they don't, haul. Can you guys help Gulliver? Dahlia, at least. Help Gulliver. Is it coming after me now? Okay, animals. How about you help me in combat? Jesus, I went down fast. Well, Ernesto's going to protect me. Yep, Ernesto protected me. That was a whole lot of stupid there, I have to say. You know, in fact, I probably don't need to even send anyone to rescue her. I think an animal's probably going to do it. So you are worth saving. Let's get you... Okay. Is someone already saving? Alright, everyone's saving everyone. I don't have to do anything. That sucked, but, you know, whatever. Oh, goody, that's not exactly what I had in mind. Alright, so Gulliver's patched up. And being rescued. I think you could just... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Just put him down. Okay, or no. Oh, no, that's the... Okay. That's the one that died. Not my wolf, but one I was hunting. So Dahlia's in bed. I do need to haul that bow over, though. I don't want that bow deteriorating. They're actually pretty cheap. I could probably crank out a few, but Chili is so busy crafting other stuff that loading them up with additional craft of more bows would slow down the clothing production, which I'm falling behind. And they are less than a day out from getting to the first trader. It is mid-fall, so they're going to be marching back in the winter, but oh well. I didn't time it very well, and I'll pay the price. How much of this craft do I have left to do? I'm almost done. A shirt and a duster. Now just that duster. Perfect. Oh, you're gonna bleed out. Never mind. Oh, you're not even gonna bleed out. You're just gonna get eaten by a warg. Rude. Amy, you want me to tame the alpha beavers? I don't really know what purpose they'd serve. In fact, I'd have to create a new animal zone to keep them away from my trees. Oh, which... I just noticed they broke a door. I'm gonna haul some of the steel back to the base. I don't really have a lot of steel, so I gotta cherish what I have, which is like 100 something of it. Alright, so they'll be there in 4 hours. No time at all. I'm slowly training that grizzly to tame. I think, as pointless as this seems, I'm going to need to queue up some taming of really pointlessly easy things. So for now, I'm going to take Dahlia off of handle and order the tame of rats and rabbits. Or squirrels or something. I guess just rats. Because if I want them to have... If I want them to be able to be their masters of their bonded animals, they're going to need slightly higher animal skill, but I think the only thing they can do... I could be wrong. If you know of any other animals that I could try to tame... Boomrats? Nope. They require 6. I think it's only really rats. Tortoise? Nope. Process of elimination here. Oh, they also, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. They broke that. Let's see how hard it is to tame alpha beavers. I'm sure it's pretty hard. Nope. Yeah, what the hell? It must be really difficult to get from 5 to 6. Because there's like nothing you can tame legit that gets you there. Except for like rats. That's silly. So basically I have to hope that I get a lot of rats. It's kind of a weird game mechanic there. It's probably a little gap there that needs to get fixed. Just give me a lower... Oh, here's a rat. Oops, I didn't mean to click off of that cargo pod. I don't know what it was. It was over here somewhere. Well, it'll be a mystery to me. Are there any more rats around? Not that I can see. Another thing is my new animals should not be taking medicine, so I gotta go through my current pets. Take them off of herbal. I think that's all I need to do, except for, yep, I think I'm done. Because I have a somewhat limited supply of herbal medicine. I don't want to burn it all on animals. Especially the panthers that always pick fights with the wildlife for food. Gets dinged up. So Goody and Viho need to hit 6. 6 for taming. Yeah, that's going to take a while only because there's like no rats on the field for me to tame. Oh, that was the supply drop. There it is. And more cargo. Alpaca hide. Why not? Alright, so they've been here kind of a while. I kind of sort of forgot about them. So let's go ahead and do some trading. This is more than they can afford, but I simply don't care. It's more than I can carry. But I do need steel. So let's see if there's anything I can buy. Plasteel Gladius. I'm selling that. Yeah, why not? Sell it. Alright, I could buy these psychic stuff, but I think I'm just gonna go for some steel. $170? Nope, too heavy. 168. 67, 66. And I'm taking it a huge loss, but I don't care. And I think what I'm going to do is just abandon the stuff that I don't really, wasn't able to sell. Thrumbahorn, the AI core, just because it's expensive and I don't really need it in my base. In fact, what I'm going to do, Nanette. Why not Nanette? Nanette. That's not a bad method of getting rid of extra wealth that I don't need, so let's do that. Why not? So we'll take 2 wool. I'll hold on to the wool. We'll take the weapons that I don't need and just throw them out and then come back. Good way of getting rid of wealth. It's so bloody there. Oh man. It's like a Quentin Tarantino movie. Alright, caravan's ready. But all they're gonna do is it's gonna be annoying to have to click confirm every time. And this is so that my wealth doesn't increase too high. I don't really have a need for anything. As you all saw, I can only really carry so much steel, so the use for silver is pretty limited. There we go. So now if I look at my, yep, wealth dropped by 30,000. That's pretty, pretty decent. Uranium. Come on, I need steel. Not uranium. What is a low-tech tribe going to do with uranium? Other than what Madame Curie did, which was discover that uranium is very, very bad for you. And will kill you if you hang around a little too long. Alright, so I have a bunch of rats to be tamed. Is Viho and Goody actually trying to tame them, though? That's the question. No, you're hunting. Of course you are. Manhunter elephants. Okay. Maybe I'll slow it down. Nina, you're slow. Alright, Ramanan, time to get your hands dirty. Nina's a slowpoke. Really? That's the path you take? I guess it's over the marsh. Who's faster? Let's see. Nina, you are 3.33 repeating. 2 point. Oh, alright, you can outrun it. Never mind. We're good, we're good. Furniture, sleeping spot. Not a sleeping spot. Yeah, no, actually, sleeping spot. For health. All set. Guess I got some tusks out of it? I don't know. Boomrats went mad, okay. These boomrats don't even know how to get into my base. Alright, Messina, let's find out how useful you are. You're gonna get a little burned, but... Oh shit, no, there's way more boomrats than I realized. Animals. Refuge time. Viho, why are you so pissy? You're being rebuffed by a married woman. Yeah, of course you're being rebuffed. Maybe the rats will tire themselves out. Caravan is 4 days away. Oh, they're going to make it before winter. Perfect. Alright, so we have some of these rats going through the Maze of Death. But they're small, so they make it through. But a lot of the other rats are going to sleep. And once they go to sleep, they aren't going to be dangerous to me anymore. That was a lot of burns. Oh, no. Wow. Glitter World? Excuse me? I ain't rich. There, it all patched up. I wouldn't mind taming the boomrats, but seeing that they're out to murder me right now, I think it's going to have to wait. I guess animals, I'm going to have them be unrestricted, because it's not like the boomrats are going to go for them anyway. Chili? Oh, you're just cleaning. Oh, it's going for Gulliver. Sort of. A little bit. Interesting. Half going for Gulliver. Alright, so all those boomrats are pretty much asleep at this point. Except for this one. Earn your keep. It's raining, so it's a perfect time to stab it to death. Yep. I know what you're thinking. I had just healed from all those burns, and here I am, getting burned again. Just remember to stop, drop, and roll. Alright, so I think all the Manhunters are done manhunting. I really want Viho to start trying to tame the rats, or Goody. Goody is idle. Oh, it's because you're restricted, isn't it? Alright, so Goody. Let's try to tame that rat, get you leveled up a bit. Once the rats are tamed, I'm just going to slaughter them. The only reason I'm doing it is, seriously? Is to get their animal skill up, so that they can bond with their masters. It's literally the only reason I'm doing it. Perfect. Knocked it unconscious. Alright, so I'm quarter of the way home-ish. That Boomrat's gonna explode on me, isn't it? I guess they have been trying to tame the rats. They've just been failing. I hadn't realized that. Oh, here's another one. And another one. And that'll have to do for now, I suppose. I feel like rabbits and squirrels should be the same tame chance, or same tame level as rats, so that you can get out of the doldrums of being less than 6. Alright, now I'm going to do another gear check. I'm going to need pants pretty soon, so I'm going to craft those up. Anything in the 50s. Oh, I'm going to need a duster. Shirt, duster. Toque. Pants. Toque. Yep. Alright. I'll keep Chili busy for a while, I suspect. Nanette. You're new to the group. Let's have you do the honors. There's a lot of animal corpses there. I got most of them. As long as it's mostly cleared out. Vengeance and smoke leaf. Alright. Alright, about a third of the way there. Looking good. I wish I could just... I mean, I realize why I'm not allowed to just advance time to next spring, because that'd be a total hack. But, I really want to raid them, but I don't want to take 10 times longer trying to get there, you know? So then I need to load up with, like, so much more food. Crafting's getting up there. That's good. High-level crafter is pretty much essential for most colonies. Without a high-level crafter, life is tough. All the haulers are pretty much done hauling everything that's on the map. Alright, goody. You should hit 6. Oh no, you're only 4. Yikes. Yeah, you're about to hit 5. Amsden asked, would a nomad playthrough be at all possible, travel or otherwise? Possibly, but the trouble with that is, yeah, I mean, it'd be possible, depending on colony wealth and storyteller difficulty. Certainly possible. It'd be challenging. The issue is, would it be interesting to watch? Probably not. It'd be a lot of episodic rinse and repeat. Even this is not as interesting as I'd like it to be. Oh, sappers. Okay. All hands on deck. They are coming through those doors. Any rocket launchers I need to be aware of? Nope. And they keep breaking my steel doors. I have a limited supply of steel. Jesus. Oh, you don't have a bow. Alright, so animals. Animals, animals. Where do I want my animals to go? Roof. And non-combat. I don't need animals in combat. Dahlia, you got knocked out, so you dropped your bow. So go pick up another one. And Messina, you are going to wait here, I guess? Bye-bye, Boston. Oh, crap. Guys, don't shoot each other. Okay, Viho's just about killing Amy. I'm gonna get Amy out of there. And line them up a bit better. Dan, you're a good medic. How quick are you bleeding? Yeah, it's not life-threatening. Look at the horribleness. Ah, you guys broke so much. Alright, goodbye. It was nice, but you are unwelcome now. That raid would have been a lot bigger had my wealth been up here and not down there, as one could imagine. That's something to keep in mind when you're playing. Yeah, you probably do need clothing, but, you know, you survived, so. Alright, time to try to find rats. Not a fun task, they're small. What I could do is find one and double click it. There's one. I guess there's only the 2 there on that section of the map. What about this one here? Okay, yep, there's no more rats that I can see that I've missed. Animals, you are now free to roam. Get another bed. Timberwolf Revenge. Oh yeah, good luck. It's a panther. You have no chance. Oh, some Timberwolf cannibalism. That's lovely. Alright, so the convoy is closing in. I've got enough food for the trip. I'm glad I loaded up with food. It would have been bad had I not brought enough. Speaking of food, my base has a lot of it. I got a lot more corn than I thought I would out of this season. So I am swimming in Pemmican. You can call me the Pemmican. Okay, that was cheesy, and I will never repeat it. I apologize. What is X'd there? Granite wall? Okay. Gonna need to do another corpse burn and loot dump. Sounds awful. Corpse burn and loot dump. It's like a hardcore metal band name, right? So who asked for the shout out? Someone asked for the shout out. So hi Beastmaster, and you deleted the other person asking for a shout out, probably for good reason. Not deleted, but banned. So thank you, moderator, Mr. Oda. I think it was you, or Dan, one or the other. Either way. All right, so we need to repair this area because this is kind of quintessential to my kill zone. So I'm gonna immediately work on it. I mean, I'm exploiting a lot of game mechanics in this kill box here, but whatever. I'm a tribe. I need to exploit as much as I can. Where? Oh man, I have so much random fabrics and stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah. I have so much random fabrics and stuff, I can't even see how much steel I have. Do I have 0 steel? Could that be possible? I mean, I suppose if I'm really, really strapped for steel, although my caravan's coming in with some steel, I could just disassemble some of the steel drop traps and replace them with like granite or slate or some other material. No, I have 160 steel. I have enough for these doors. Alright, has Viho and Goody's animal skill increased at all? Goody's up to 5 out of 6. It's slow, man. It is going to take a while to be masters of their pets. I mean, if the map was full of rats, maybe it'd be a little faster, but I can't, you know, spawn extra rats. Or not without cheating. Alright, so Caravan is back. That's good. Oh wow, this is just Pemmican, isn't it? That's all it is. Alright, so I'm going to have a little Caravan now. Not to actually go anywhere, but Messina and Ramanan. Oh, Ramanan still needs to dump his inventory. Alright, Ramanan's dumped his inventory, good. Messina and Ramanan, you're the meleeers. I'm going to send you to get rid of some of this extra stuff. Oh, that's an awful duster. I'm going to toss it. Mega Scarab Corpse, really? It's not deteriorated by now? That's impressive. And a lot of these random leathers. They fill up the supply list in an annoying way. But I'll keep deer hide, I guess? Muffalo. Alright, that looks good. And Dahlia. I'll have to remember to put your bow back. Ah, no, they're dropping more guns off. It's annoying. Bye-bye, buddies. Alright, so my caravan is done. Oh, I wish there was a faster way to do this. Oh, I didn't mean to get rid of my Devilstrand. I'm obviously not going to throw that out. Devilstrand is a little rare. A little important. Speaking of which, we are towards the end of fall. I think I'm going to force harvest whatever Devilstrand is in the ground now, because it won't last much longer. Next cold snap and it's done. So I'm going to do that with all crops. Force a harvest. And I'm probably not going to get a heck of a lot of Devilstrand off of it. But whatever. In fact, Viho and Messina will be the only ones. And Dan, I guess. No, not even Dan. Oh, is this plant cut? Yeah, this is plant cut. Okay. I only want the people best at doing it to do it at all. Yes, I remember the Mega Scarab burning. Oh man. I've had some pretty weird events happen to my colonies over time. Pretty weird indeed. Man, no one wants to construct. Ash. When Ash wakes up, send an Ash to do a lot of work. It'd be cool if like a Thrumbo visited me. I know that's wishful thinking, but... So where... let me look this up real quick. Rimworld chickens, right? Chickens. They are found... what biome? I don't see what biome they live in. You guys can look it up for me. Does it say? It probably won't say here. But I'm in temperate forest. I have tropical rainforest, which is not going to have any chickens. Boreal forest nearby. Maybe they live in scrubland. Arid scrubland? I'm not sure where the chickens are. But I'd like chicken farming. Alright, so Ash is already building those doors. I don't need to tell him to do it. Goody loves to do drugs. How are you in a binge? Oh, you're in a binge, but look at your mood. You're like the happiest angry person I've ever seen. Alright, so let's do another gear check. I'm not going to do another gear check just yet. Good to know, Dan. So I have to buy chickens. So maybe at the end of the winter, I'm going to venture out to these two colonies that aren't, or three colonies that aren't hostile with me quite yet, and look for chicken eggs before, because the tribals didn't have them. Yeah, I don't think there'd be chickens in the wild. I mean, I guess that makes sense from a gameplay standpoint, because chickens breed really, really fast, and you'd end up just being swarmed by them. You know, unless you were constantly culling their populations. So I'll have to buy some chicken eggs, some fertilized chicken eggs. The chances of me finding that are pretty slim, but I was trying to, you know, farm turkeys for that reason, but it just didn't yield enough for me to bother. And likewise, like ostriches and things like larger animals are going to even have less eggs. So I'd like to not have to constantly hunt. But the likelihood of that is low, I guess. Alright, so we have all our doors rebuilt. And I'm still... God, people are binging like crazy. You all are happy too. What is wrong with you? Cassowary. Yeah, that's a bird I would not want to ever farm. Probably one of the most dangerous birds. Cassowaries and ostriches. No thanks. How do I carry chicken eggs back? You can just shove them into your backpack, fertilized, and as long as it's not, the temperature doesn't dip too much, the eggs will be fine. Now, if the temperature is too cold, the eggs will die or whatever. But as long as I'm doing it in spring, summer, or early fall, I should be fine. Shouldn't be an issue. Escape pod. That's strange. Too smart, neurotic, prosophiles. That wasn't... Okay, I'm gonna be nice and just, like, rescue them, but I don't suspect they'll want to stick around. Well, I have 5k Pemmican. Look at this. It's literally a room full of Pemmican. Just about. Pemmican and beer. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I'll never get trade ships because, you know, the lack of comms console kind of prohibits that a little bit. Yeah, tribal comes with some unique challenges, certainly. You know, cooking is a pain in the butt. Trading's pretty painful. There's a lot of like little weird things that you just wouldn't consider initially that when you're tribe only become very problematic. Alright, quit hauling there. I don't care. Trying to get rid of the little bit of marble that was there that slows me down. Ooh, Megatherium. I'm refusing to call it a Megasloth. There's no such thing as a Megasloth. I mean, granted, there's no such thing as a Muffalo, so I guess I'm splitting hairs here. Damn it! I did not want you to join me. Whatever. I guess you can shoot. Damn it. I was rescuing you to be nice, not so that you'll live here. Do I even have a bedroom for you? Yes, I guess I do. Alright, so you need a full set of clothes. Toque, shirt, pants, duster. How? I don't know. I mean, honestly, humanity, most of our domesticated animals were as a result of breeding or whatever, however you want to look at it. And I guess what they're trying to say is that the only chickens that are out there in the world are currently domesticated by people, so you have to buy them from people. I mean, that's somewhat true. You're not going to find a lot of wild domesticated cows or pigs or chickens out in the world anymore. Or horses, or, you know, there's almost no wild horses. There's, like, some in Mongolia, in the Asian steppes, and, like, I don't know where else, to be honest. But I know there's just not a lot of wild horses left in the world. There's, like, a few million, that's it. Yeah, Megatherium was an actual animal in the that died off in the last ice age with the woolly mammoths and the saber-toothed tigers and all that, and they were massive, massive sloths. Yeah, and they're called Megatherium. Megasloth just sounds like a really, really, really bad comic book character, like Ant-Man, you know? Ant-Man and Megasloth. I don't think I'd ever want to read it. You know what? I actually liked the Tick, so I take that back. Maybe Megasloth would be a pretty funny comic book hero, because he'd be somewhat of an anti-hero, but I digress. Megasloth is not what those things should be called. You know, if we're going to have any sort of accuracy, they really need to be called Megatherium. Alright, so where's that new lady? Peluso? You're... Alright. You're getting geared. Let's see if I can't harvest any more of this stuff. Nope. None of it's grown. Emu Revenge. Oh, nice shot, Nina. Right as it goes on revenge, she finishes it off. Alright, so Viho and... Oh yeah, okay. Alright, everything's been harvested. We have a lot of food and a lot of vegetables. Yeah, this has been sort of a, what is it called, a bumper year? For crops? Bumper crops? Yeah. Bumper year definition. What is the definition of a bumper year? A bumper year is bigger or more successful than usual. Okay, so I am not using that incorrectly. That's good. Yeah, it was a bumper year for food. For sure. I have a lot more food than I thought I would have. It'd be really cool if Tynan would implement a lot of the other Ice Age creatures. I mean, wargs are sort of like saber-toothed tigers. I mean, wargs don't exist. Direwolves did. So wargs are kind of like direwolves, I guess. They're kind of a thing of their own. They're a mythological creature more than anything else. But it'd be cool if they implemented like direwolves, woolly mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, things like that. I mean, there's probably a mod that does it. I suspect there's kind of mods for everything in RimWorld at this point. But that'd be pretty interesting. Because a lot of these, a lot of the worlds in RimWorld are supposed to be somewhat Neolithic, right? You know, you have like tribes running around. They're like pre-industrialized, meaning, you know, the possibility of having different wildlife. I mean, to that point, it'd be really cool if part of the end game of RimWorld in the long run was you create a spaceship, you blast off, and then you visit worlds that are very dissimilar, alien-like worlds. That'd be very, very cool. I don't know if... I have no idea, of course, what Tynan has in plan, in store for RimWorld in the long run, but that'd be pretty sweet, is to have, you know, like, really, truly alien worlds that you have to survive on. Yeah, maybe it'd be a DLC, I have no idea. I mean, the trouble is, Tynan is a new indie developer, not a long history of stuff, so if he was like Klee, you know, who did Don't Starve and now Oxygen Not Included, I'd know, oh yeah, there'll be like a few DLCs of content that are included at some later point in time, but this is his first intellectual property, so I have no idea what he plans on doing. Yeah, let's fix some of these work priorities. Guess I'll put everyone back on hunting that wants to hunt and is somewhat decent at it. Yeah, the priorities are not that great, but I don't want to spend that much more time on it. Yeah, I mean, there's a few mods that turn this into like somewhat of a space colonization game, like the Mars X one, but I tried Mars X, and like, it's lacking a lot of creativity. My problem with it was like, if you want oxygen, build this one building. If you want electricity, build this one building. Like, there wasn't a lot of creativity options, so pretty much everyone's colony is going to look the same. And yeah, it was a little early in development, but I lost interest pretty immediately because of how somewhat simple the mod was. It's a pretty cool idea, certainly. And what's funny is, before RimWorld ever came out, Tynan was actually exploring like sort of a space colonization game as a possibility, with oxygen and things like that. So anyone that bought this off of Steam and has the like prototype pack, you can play some of those earlier prototypes, and they're really, really, really basic. I mean, they're not in any way games. They're sort of ideas that you can click around a little bit. But the idea was to have like a somewhat of a colonization game. Yeah, I mean, he calls this alpha, so he plans, obviously, to add more stuff until it's no longer alpha. And as long as it doesn't go the way of Ark's, survival, where they had, like, Ark's technically an alpha, and then they released that paid DLC. By Steam rules, you are not allowed to sell anything, DLC-wise, in an alpha. That's rules that they set out. Now, they didn't enforce it for Ark, but there was a bit of a protest when, hey, first rat and slaughter. There was a bit of a protest when Ark. Oh, so Goody is done with this stupid little task. So let's get Goody off of handling. Why is Ramanan on? Oops. Alright, so Goody, you're done with that. So now, animals. So Goody, you wanted to be the owner of Ernesto, and you will be the owner of Ernesto now. Oh, I have some baby panthers. Yeah, Ark is a bit of a grind. That's not what I'm even discussing. I'm discussing, the fact that Ark tried to sell the paid DLC while it's still technically quote-unquote in alpha. Now, I'd have to say, Ark is pretty damn advanced for an alpha. They're not in any way an early alpha. They could release right now and I think everyone would be satisfied. But people were a little angry that the game was technically an alpha and yet they were asking for more money. Now, that broke the Steam guidelines for early access, but there wasn't any pushback that I know of from Steam, meaning that sets kind of a bad precedent. Because the whole early access system is a little weird. Once upon a time, it was venture capitalists and other angel investors that were investing in game companies, so they took the risk. So it was like Fortune 500 companies taking the risk to float the check for game development. And early access and things like Kickstarter and Indiegogo move that risk from investors to consumers. So now you have consumers investing in the products that they want to see. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because consumers know what they want more than investors do, most of the time. But the side effect is there isn't a lot of consumer protection. So as a direct result, consumers can get pretty screwed over by game companies that promise things but don't follow through. And, I've been burned. I got burned by Space Base DF9 and Towns and Timber and Stone, I think it was called. And there was a few other games that I was an investor in that they sort of pulled development from. I would use No Man's Sky, but they're still developing. They released a Pathfinder patch just a few days ago. Now, personally, the fact that it's a quote-unquote multiplayer game with no multiplayer aspects is still a deep, deep lie that they had us believe. But at least the game is still under development. So I can't say that was hoodwinking us as much as when developers take money and then just do nothing. You know, don't contribute whatsoever. Why are you doing hard drugs, Peluso? Do I even have any? I guess I have a little bit of yayo. But, weird. But then on the flip side, you have early access, which works correctly, like Kerbal Space Program or RimWorld or, you know, Ark, which, you know, the developers don't dry up their interest. They keep developing and they don't screw over their player base. I mean, the system is potentially rife with abuses, but so far it's not been bad. Yeah, Prison Architect is another great. I was actually playing that just yesterday, or this morning, in fact, a little bit. That's another great example. Alright, so Viho's almost done with that. It's only the second of winter. God, I feel like time is going so slow. Maybe I will do a winter raid, just to keep things interesting. I have a lot of food for it. Yeah, the hell with it. Winter raid, it is. Alright, so I'm going to have my meleeers go. Ina, Peluso, Nanit, Faye, Dahlia, Goody, Ash, and Viho. And I'll leave Dan, Amy, and Chili behind. Gonna bring, I guess, 3,000 food. No, maybe even more. I'll bring 4,000 food. That's a lot of food. And I guess I'll bring some herbal medicine just in case. Am I breeding the grizzlies? No, they're all male at the moment. Would I? Yes. I'd breed anything, just about. Alright, come on. Caravan's ready. Really? Right as I get a Manhunter pack? Are you serious? Alright, that's a joke. Alright, so, Caravan. You're coming back. Oh, what? Seriously? And you enter next to the pack? Game, you piss me off. Alright, Nina might not survive. Animals. Everyone's going into the refuge. Man, that is just stupid. Alright, so Dan, Amy, and Chili. You're more than welcome to get out here with me. Yeah, the Storyteller was lying in wait, clearly, to mess me up. Some of my baby... Oh, no, they're escaping. This Manhunter pack is... Oh, Jesus. Dolly, I don't think it's looking good for you there. Actually, they're not even fighting one another. They're just running into each other. That's funny. Alright, let's try to put out some of these traps. All you, get down there. Dolly's just like blocking them. Like Gandalf. You shall not pass. There we go. I lured them with a goodie. Totally on accident, but that freed Dolly up. Okay, I think they set on fire a little bit. Alright, who's major break risking? You go away. Alright, so I think I'm done with that. And they broke some traps. Oh, it's pretty steel expensive to replace it, but I'll do it with steel anyway. Added challenge, right? Oh man, what a luck, right? So the Manhunter pack and my entire group basically zone in on top of one another. Like, the luck of this game. I don't know how Nina got out, given how slow Nina is, but I didn't even lose anything, did I? Panther 1? Yeah, Panther 1's still alive. Eye burn scar, but alive. I love how neatly they put away the Pemmican once they got back. They just, like, dumped it. Like a 2-year-old having a tantrum. Spilled it everywhere. I have a roof over it, so it's not a big deal. Well, I was going on a winter raid to keep the game interesting, but the game got interesting on its own. I still will go on a winter raid. I just need to fix their moods and all. Let them rest. Chili's not even going on the raid, so I don't really care if he's wandering. But give everyone a nice rest. Look, it's sterilized. Sterilize the area. Boomrat self-tamed. Well, you're getting slaughtered. Really? Panther, you walked straight into a fire. Maybe you deserve that eye burn scar. Seemingly you do. Alright, it's getting pretty cold. Meaning grasses and stuff are about to die off. And many of the animals are going to disappear as a result. They're going to zone out. You're all free roamed. They just decided to stay there, I guess. Alright, Peluso, you're a major break risk? No, you're not. Who is? Peluso. Really? You seem neutral to me. Oh, no. Goody. That's annoying. Addictions are tough to deal with. What the hell? You are just a drug addict. You are a bad addict. Alright, goody. Restrict. Goody. No drugs. You have a chemical interest, but I'd say that's a fascination if I've ever seen it before. Alright, so world. I'm going to send everyone, and then I'm going to pull it back a little bit and not send Dan, Amy, or Chili. It's easier to click all things first. Where's Chili? Chili is crazy, so he's not even in the selection. Send Panthers out and Grizzly Bears out. Why not? And for food, 4,800. And I'll send some real medicine. Yep, Goody is a mess. Totally a mess. Alright, come on. Reconvene. Well, who are we waiting on? There we go. Alright, so this convoy is headed out to go raid. Eventually. What are we waiting on? Conan? Come on, Conan. I know you have like one paw, but you know what? I almost don't even want Conan to go, because he's so slow. Whatever. It is what it is. Alright, let's go attack. So it takes 11 days to get there, and I have 11 days of food. That's, convenient. Starvation and exhaustion. Well, you'll pass out eventually. So I don't have a heck of a lot of defenders here. Which could be dangerous. But I'm willing to take that risk. I just had an attack, so the Storyteller's probably not going to toss me another attack immediately. Alright, I'm going to split Conan. And who was the really slow one? Nina? No. Yeah, wasn't it Nina? I'm going to split Conan and Nina off of the convoy. And have them just re-enter, because they're definitely the slowest. So now it's going to take a whole day less, and I have food to last for longer. I think that's the safe play. Yep, I'm going to prioritize rearming traps now. I have a lot of traps already up. I mean, there's a lot of traps armed there, and all the traps are armed here, and all up there, and near the base. So I have a lot of traps. I'm not that worried. Just need to fix the south section of here. Wow, you are about to break because you are joy deprived? Well, I think it'd be counterproductive to wake him up. Be like, guess what? You're gonna have fun! When he's groggy and sleepy. If anyone ever did that to me, I'd be pissed. And because Viho is out doing his thing, I'll put Dahlia back on. Oh no, Dahlia left. Never mind. Angry Boomrat. You just had to kill it, didn't you? Not incapacitate, but kill. Put that fire out. If anyone ambushes that convoy, they're going to be really sad. Because it's a war party. Alright, so what... Yeah. Alright. Wealth dropped a lot. So you've pretty much rearmed everything out here. How much steel do we have? We have enough for the 3 more traps. But do we have any constructors? We do. I'm gonna put Chili on it. Once he's out of bed, I'll kick him out of bed. Man, some of these bone wolves have been down for a long time. Ah, crap. Faye, fine. You want to wander? We're going to leave you behind. Yeah, Cassandra is definitely being very randy right now. That's okay. I don't really care. Whatever the storyteller wants to do. Alright, so we're getting the walls repaired up and traps built. These traps have been definitely coming in handy lately. Without them, I'd be in a much worse position. Really, you hauled all but 2 steel you need for that? Oh no, 10, okay. Alright, so one convoy is wandering around doing nothing, the other one's still moving. From here, it doesn't look so bad. Doesn't look like winter. What I don't understand is how, even on the equator, I can still get winter. Because it's not like Ecuador, or Bolivia, or Belize, or anywhere in Africa, Central Africa, gets winter. And snow and whatnot. But whatever. I guess it's not that cold, it's 60. Alright, so Faye's back. That's funny. Even in her wandering mental state, she was able to travel back to base. But that's just one more person that could potentially defend me if I was to get invaded. It's not bad. Oh, it's because they are psychic withdrawal. Okay, that explains why they're not doing so well. I guess when I recruited them, they had a psychic addiction. That's the only thing that makes sense. Alright, how's psychic drone? Yeah, that's not going to help with my psychotic people. Jesus. No, that's not what I wanted, Amy. Another sad wander. Well, now I know wanderers don't stop. They just keep moving. I'm not going to do anything about that. Alright, so all the traps are armed. Wow. What's funny about this boomalope is, the boomalope, yep, dead now, but the boomalope was alive because it, you know, didn't get shot or anything, just got, like, punched or whatnot. But then wasn't bleeding out, but died because it was malnourished, but was in too much pain from being malnourished to even eat. So it was like catch-22 there. It's kind of funny. So all the traps are set up and done. You have a psychic addiction. Huh. I guess I can set some people up to plant cut. I figured the plants would be dead by now, but providing they're not, might as well harvest them, right? Alright, so it's 8 days, 5 hours. I'm going to see if they're actually moving. Now, I think they're resting right now. Maybe they're not resting. Maybe they are held up by Peluso. Huh. No. I mean, they're closing the distance. All right. So you're having a psychic problem. Let's get you a little high, a little drunk. Ease some of that stress. Wow, this psychic drone. Oh, because you're also psychically sensitive. Oh, Jesus. Wow. That's just Those are some big negative numbers there that I'm trying to offset. Alright, the drone ended, so that'll be a lot easier. And we got a raid that wants to sap. Alright. I'm gonna wait until they damage the, Oh, they're damaging the doors pretty quick. Let's get people in position. Quit it! See, when they break through here... Oh, they're just breaking benches now. Oh, you're getting shot at. Time to get behind the slag. It's because now they have a path to get to my people. That's fine, I have better cover than they do. What animals do I have here? Let's get them activated. Don't break my sarcophagus. Don't be that guy. Really? You're gonna unbury the dead? That's just a dick move. Oh, alright, they died enough that they're leaving. Or trying to. Fine. You want to break through the door? How's that feel? That was annoying. Got some broken stuff, but all in all, I'm fine. Nothing that can't be fixed or repaired. Alright, let's patch up. Do I have 2 docs here? I only have the one. Chili, you get to be a doctor. Okay, you're asleep. Nina, you get to be a doctor. And you won't doctor anyone. Alright, Chili, you get to be woken up. Alright, all set. Oh, they're not making good time. I mean, they probably are for winter, but... Yeah, you're slowly getting covered in scars there, Amy. You do get shot a lot. But you're pretty, so maybe scars are pretty. Maybe, you know, like those African keloid scars that people have as, like, religious or symbolic purposes. Maybe that's in vogue here. Not in rogue. In vogue here, and that's what makes you pretty. So you're covered in war scars. Well, that raid got murdered easier than I thought it would be. So this was my slag dumping zone that I keep my reserve slag for when the slag up here breaks. I'm going to put the dumping zone back. There we go. Ooh, flash storm. set any fires. I definitely need to build these benches soon. You don't even exist, Oda. How can I owe you a kidney? I think some of these pawns need organs. Actually, someone's missing like a lung or something. I forget who it is. It doesn't really matter. I'll figure it out eventually. Really? A Boomrat fell asleep next to fire and set itself on fire. Alright. Oh, in real life, you want a kidney? I'll give you a kidney bean. I don't have a spare kidney. I mean, I guess I do, technically. But the chances of being us being a match are probably pretty slim. Alright, I don't have enough materials to replace these doors. Guess I'll make them out of granite. I'd rather have the security than the inconvenience of a slow opening door. Really? No one likes you, Faye. You're a psychite asshole. That's right. Psychite asshole. That's what you are. Do I play Hollow Knight? No, I don't. Doesn't mean I wouldn't. Just means I hasn't. Ah! This steel sword is just brutal. Alright, if you stay berserk... Well, we'll see. If she stays berserk, I might have to, you know, remedy that. She's pretty wounded. Needs medical attention soon. Amy, could you stop, like, messing with her? Really? You really wanted that slag, huh? Holy moly. Alright, so Faye, you go straight to the hospital. She's an extreme break risk. So, you know, that's good. At least I can do something for her pain. Not gonna give her more psychite, though. Or yayo. I think I do have yayo, though. Maybe she took it all. See, life isn't so bad when you behave. My raid is still 6 days out. 523, that's going to be a while. Oh man, you guys broke so many doors. Little bitches. What I should probably do is destroy the steel deadfalls and replace them. Maybe that's what I'll do. Get proper doors here. Alright, so I need a steel door there. There, there. There and there. There eventually, I can't put it yet. Yeah, I could do a mountain mining project to search for steel. But then there's the whole worry of, you know, just opening more zones up for infestations. So I'd like to avoid unnecessary infestations. Ooh, a cougar, if I can. Beast. Oh, you're not steel. You're potatoes. What's the chances of potatoes landing on my potato farm? Pretty slim, I imagine, but yet it just happened. Imagine being a farmer, and instead of a UFO landing on your property, more potatoes land on your property. And you're like, what the hell? That'd be really confusing. Go to sleep and wake up with a few hundred more potatoes than you should have. Like, where did these come from? With a giant, you know, asteroid or a meteor crater hole around it. Yeah, there's a hive cap. You know, maybe I will go digging for steel. I mean, I can always destroy the deadfalls for now, because stone deadfalls aren't really any different than steel ones, and that will allow me to get the steel doors. I mean, if I really, really needed steel, I could just create a little outpost right next door to my current, and mine some other zone, some other colony, and that's probably what I'll end up doing in the long run. Just because it's cheaper than digging through a mountain to try to find what little steel there might be left. Alright, so this is why you don't do winter raids, especially when you don't have drop pods, because it takes forever. Forever and then some, right? Oop. Live dashboard just crashed. Greetings. Cool. That's useful. There we go. Up and uncrashed. Okay, so let's try to trade with him. There's really nothing we can buy. I mean, there's meals. But what am I going to do? Sell a panther pup for a meal? No, I'm good. Moving on. Alright. Well, at least stuff's happening to the caravan. Sometimes it's easy to forget that the caravan even exists, you know? Because it just doesn't really move very much. Alright. I think most of the maintenance, most of my doors have been replaced except for that one that was a granite. Let's get that back to steel. Looking around, got doors, got doors. I got all the doors that I need. And I got a bit of steel left over, so I think at this point I need to, let's go with slate block deadfalls until I run out of slate. Slate looks cool. Nice black deadfall traps. Contrast nicely with the red blood. Red blood of my enemies. Well, it's almost the end of the winter. Well, not almost, but closing in. Which will speed up that convoy a bit. My god, they've been out there a while, huh? Hey, another grand sculpture's about to finish up. I guess what I can do here is set Faye as the owner to the nice room. I mean, the difference between decent and very impressive is actually not that much. Truth be told. Making grand sculpture. Where'd you put it? Oh, there it is. Let's just keep cranking them out. Why not? mean, it's probably adding to my my wealth a bit. How much are these worth? Where is it? Yeah, I mean, its market value's not that high. It's about the same as like a plasteel sword or so. Not terrible. Raiders still on the move. Alright, so is that all the slate I have? Yeah, let's condense that to 2 traps. And then switch it to sandstone for 1, and marble for the other ones. You kill this hare? Alright. Guess I'll kill it. It's in my farm. I don't expect much crops to be... You know, it's actually been a really warm winter. I'm surprised. I guess I could have had the Devilstrand growing this whole time. I'm actually going to stick some Devilstrand in the ground, because for whatever reason, it is super warm. Sow the seeds early, and you get a early harvest. So what's it say? Melee damage 36, opposed to melee damage 60. So the stone does considerably less damage, but it's better than, you know, nothing. Man, I wish that I had all psychopaths. I would just kill off the members that are like this. Who's starving? Faye? Well, Faye's an idiot. If Faye starves, she starves. I guess at this point, it'd be wise to burn some of these bodies, because I'm having to walk around this zone a lot. Ooh, Timberwolf puppies, sweet. I sort of failed to notice that. I don't think it matters what kind of stone is used. I think they're all... Oh no! Sandstone sucks. So slate's 36. Marble is 36. Sandstone is 30. Let's just get rid of that sandstone one. I didn't realize. I mean, I almost never make sandstone deadfall traps. I mean, who does, right? It's always steel, glass steel, but... Now I know. Certain stone makes for better traps. Oh, really? Right when I say, oh, it's pretty warm out, you cold snap me. Bitch, Jesus. Alright, Amy, you're going to be constructing, because if you have nothing else to do, might as well get those traps done. Well, there goes all the rest of my plants. I guess I could have harvested it early, but you know, I have a lot of vegetables in storage. Not a lot of meat because I haven't been doing a lot of hunting. All right, let's see about granite deadfall. Maybe it's the best. Yeah, it's too... I mean, I could harvest some of whatever's still in the ground. But it's not a lot of food. Alright. Granite. Are you better? You are better. Granite's the best. That's good to know. If you can't afford steel, go with granite. Granite's sort of the best stone, anyway. I almost never decide to settle anywhere that doesn't have granite as a default block for that reason. At this point, I'm kind of mining for the sake of mining a little bit. Get some more granite chunks around so I can craft them without having to run too far. And it's pretty cold out. Yeah, you're becoming hypothermic. The kitchen is not that much warmer. Alright, let's make the dining room warmer. I didn't want to have to forcibly wake you up. It looks like I won't need to. But let's lose the hypothermia. Alright, that's much better. Oof, it's still on the move. Man, it takes forever. Some lovely snowfall. I wonder when the last time it snowed on the equator is. So I'm pretty much situated on an equator here. And not at any particularly high altitude either. Let's see, what is my altitude? Won't say. Terrain, there we go. Yeah. 1,700 meters? Yeah, it's nothing. That's like a hill. And yet, it is snowing on the equator. Now, if I was, you know, Kilimanjaro or in Tasmania or something, yeah, that'd be different. I'd understand why there's snow. Alright, well, it's almost the 1st of spring, so things will turn around. Looks like my pawns are idle. Alright, we need a set of pants. I love how Dan isn't wearing any pants, but won't complain. A bunch of Yorkies just joined me. More pants. Okay, Yorkies. I have no idea where these Yorkies came from, but we're gonna have some nice yellow couches, I think. Ooh, infestation. Alright. Where was that? Here? It's not too bad. That's not too many of them. Could we keep them? Well, I'm not feeding them. Yorkie's getting murdered. Alright, only 2 more bugs left. That's pretty pretty minor infestation there. I think it's probably because the Storyteller counted how many pawns I have. Although that didn't really matter with the animal psychotic Manhunter pack. They sent a huge number of boomalopes to a colony that had 3 people, which is a little surprising. Alright, it's dead, but still need the hive. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so we have another Manhunter pack here. Let's see, Messina and Ramanin out front. Oh, Nina got too close. What the hell? Why stop, drop, and roll towards the Boomrat? That's dumb. Alright, so now I have to patch people up here. Not too many. But let's put this fire out. Alright, hive's taken care of. Really? You're eating all the jelly? You fat shit. That's right. Alright, fine, whatever. You psychic asshole. Said it once, saying it again. Yay, sleeping in nasty rain. That's exactly what we need to fix the mood, right? Panther 4, what about Panther 4? Panther 4 is fine. Really? Why? Why? Ramani just got struck by lightning. Come on. Why? That's retarded. Ah, Peluso almost just got struck by lightning. Screw this zone, man. Alright, you're no longer incapable of walking. Take off your pants and your shirt. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Alright, Viho's sad wandering, but at least he'll wander in the right direction, I hope. Yeah, this raiding party is being slowly whittled down because of the winter. Really? You named a Timberwolf puppy Garlic? They're allergic to garlic. That's just a cruel joke. Alright, animals. Refuge and refuge. Actually, roof. I don't want them in the refuge, I want them in the roof. Easier to slaughter them. Alright, apparently I had more infestations than I realized. And there's a giant infestation here. I hadn't accounted for it. Let me look around to make sure there isn't more that just didn't alert me. Also, I'm not entirely sure why these Yorkies are even running down there, as I didn't instruct them to. Alright, you can have a mental break, I don't care. Nina, you don't have a weapon. Shit, Amy, you have frostbite. I guess I'll put some clothing on you, after all. Let's get away from this angry bug. Really? Now's the time to punch each other because you've insulted one another? You guys are hopeless. You'll be fine. I'll put some clothing on you after all. Give you this nice synthread jacket. Another one down. Oh, bye-bye, raccoon. There, now you're warm. I think there's only the one left. No, there's the little ones. Alright, fine. Dan. And Amy, melee attack it. Seriously now, is everyone going crazy on that convoy? Oh, Jesus. Where did that... Oh, okay, Dan just murdered it in one shot. I'm alright with that. Oh, maybe it was bleeding out and it got back up. It's the only way for that to make sense. Faye, you need medical treatment. And Chili, you also need medical treatment. Infestation is dealt with. Doors are going to get replaced. Haha, yeah, raccoon died. Alright, so I have half my raid is like angry and wandering. That's good. What? Why are you even in there? Dios mio. Alright, Dan. Go play horseshoes. Just patch them up. So there's a warg in my animal sanctuary area that ate one of my wolf pups. Well, that won't go unanswered. Nice. You only hit Conan. Good for you, Viho. Alright, well, it's almost spring. I've been traveling pretty much all winter. Bunch of the people that were psychotic are no longer psychotic. Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this raid. The raid's probably the last thing I'm going to do in the stream, coming up on 3 hours here, so got a bad feeling about that. We'll see, though. Doesn't mean I'm not going to try it. Just means I don't expect it to go very well. Alright, I'm gonna wait until Messina's no longer crazy, and then I'll go attack. I have 2 days of food, so got a little bit of time. May not even wait for Messina. Messina's a meleeer. I don't know how useful a meleeer is going to be in this fight. Maybe they will be useful, maybe they won't. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. Generating for new map encounter. Here we go. Alright, attack begun. So is every animal... Yeah, every animal's assigned. There is virtually no cover between me and them. There's some off this way, but they're coming straight to me. I'm going to take cover behind these, well, here, whatever. And release. I guess I'll close in. Well, the bear's certainly taking a lot of damage. But I'm losing a lot of pets. No, they're losing people. They've lost 3 or 4 so far. Back up, Ash. Oh, Ash didn't back up in time. gonna have everyone fall back. Oh, nope, still don't have possession of Messina. Poor animals, I'm losing colonists here. You're worried about the animals? I guess you're not wrong. Alright. Let's regroup. Yeah, that's how raids always go, especially ones where people are psychotic and injured and whatnot. I didn't expect much better, to be honest. Nanette, you are not a doctor. Alright, so I'll have everyone doctoring each other, I guess. I'm surprised they were still fighting, to be honest. They lost a lot of numbers. Oh, I would say it probably went as planned. I kind of expected it to go just about like that. When you're bringing bows and grizzlies to a gunfight, that's kind of the most you can hope for. That's the fun, and that's the challenge. My god, you people are slow at patching. Chris the Bear got back up. That's a mistake. I'm curious how many of them here are fatally bleeding. Probably not too many. 1, 2, just 2. Well, I'm gonna get back to it. You know, the fight's not over. I'm just regrouping. I might even be able to save. No, probably not going to be able to save Ramanan or Messina. Definitely not Messina. Messina's about to die. It'd be pretty crazy if I was able to save Ramanan then. We'll see if they can patch up a little faster. Horrible menace, you rotted away in storage. Yikes. That was a huge bulk of my medicine there. I have 13 hours. Can't call in reinforcements because I don't have a cell phone. Or satellite or anything. Burned to death in the rain. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, so everyone's back on their feet here. not doing well, but... And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them left. The trouble is I have no idea where my entry point into that map is going to be. You know, I might enter right underneath them or not at all. It's hard to tell. How's my home looking? That's okay. Whoa, mouse. That was weird. Oh, there's dog fur in the laser of the mouse. Yep, not going to be able to save Ramanan either. Not this time, at least. For he might be reincarnated, as things like that do happen. Alright, so the people here that were bleeding out haven't yet. I don't think. Yeah, I gotta wait a little bit longer for them to bleed out. But now I'm no longer able to see... Ooh, more meals. I'm no longer able to see into that, into their setup anymore. There's no one left to save. Just waiting for those who are bleeding out to bleed out, and then I will go. I might not even need the beds. I just figured I'm standing around doing nothing. Might as well construct something. Alright, everyone's healed up here. Goody's still psychotic, though. Okay, slavers approaching my colony. Interesting. Let's cancel the trees. Don't need any more wood. Won't mind picking berries, though. Come on, Goody, snap out of it so we can get moving. You're almost over your wake-up addiction. Takes a while, doesn't it? You're a slaver with no slaves to sell. What kind of slaver are you? A garbage one. Alright, all my silver. Just spent it all. Lowering my wealth a bit. Should have lowered my wealth. Alright, at this point, we are just waiting on Goody here. And then we'll get back to the fight. I honestly don't even think it's going to be viable to carry their bodies back. I would starve because I wouldn't have enough weight capacity to carry food. Come on, Goody. 96% over your addiction. That's close enough in my book. Let's go, Goody. We're all waiting on you. At least the other zone's being left alone. Having to fight in 2 zones at once is kind of annoying. So it's pleasant that there isn't a war going on here right now. Jesus, Goody. You are a malaka. Alright, you collapsed. Fortunately, Goody should be over their withdrawals. Before we head back. We're just about. Close enough. 98? Yeah. Probably over it. Oh, that filled up quick. A lot of berries. Forest food. Alright, Goody's no longer psychotic. Gonna let Goody eat. Get the mood up a bit. Because I don't want him going psychotic right as I try to fight again. That'd be problematic. It's 3rd of spring and nobody's planning. Can you put seeds in, please? Oh, because you're not probably skilled enough to do it. I think Viho is one of the only ones that are able. Sad Wander again? You piece of shit? Seriously? Alright, where is Goody's bed? Oh, didn't put up a fight. That's good. I mean, I'm all for, like, waiting, but there's only so much waiting I could take before it's like, alright, it's time to arrest you. Prisoner release. Do I have a warden here? I don't. Peluso. Go be a warden. Or go to sleep. This raid is becoming complicated, isn't it? Alright, everyone's asleep. You're 100% over it. Yeah, I'm gonna let him go. As soon as, you know, Peluso can wake up and be a warden. Alright, so you're starving, yeah? Everyone's gonna be a warden. Can anyone just release Goody? Be fucking useful for once. Don't strip Goody. Prisoner release. There we go. Alright, everyone's back. Let's get going. Form caravan. Before I do that, Goody, take the bow. Now, form caravan. New encounter? It's not a new encounter. It's an old encounter. Don't give me 15 new people to attack. That would be lame. Yep, it gave me new people. I'm not going to be able to attack them. Fine. Going home. Well, we weeded out the weak, I suppose. Have a whole lot less animals as well. So I think I'm going to wrap it up. A failed raid is going to be the end of this episode. Yeah, as a quick synopsis, basically attacked Fatherstown, but didn't have enough people to take it because it was populated by like at least 20 or so. Pretty much every animal died. Both male heirs died, and who else died? One other person died, so 3 colonists died. And then I retreated temporarily to try to regain strength, but people kept going crazy, and by the time I got back there, they had repopulated the town entirely. And there was no way my 5 people were going to take out a town of 20 or so. So I am headed back home. So that just about wraps up Echo Wolf Tribe episode 12. And I'm always looking for new game suggestions, so drop me a line there. If you have any feedback, let me know. Likes and subscribes are always helpful, especially likes on this episode, because unlike the WoAD series, I actually keep the likes. In WoAD, I take them down and recut them. And yeah, world domination is a little postponed. It's a little difficult to dominate the world with bows when everyone else has guns. It's never been done in human history, but I will continue to struggle to try to do it as best as I can. And if you have any other feedback of any type, let me know, and I will see you guys later. Adios, everyone.